We have all heard stories about Medusa, the monster that has snakes for hair, and when you looked at her, you would turn into stone. How she met her demise in a battle with the hero Perseus, getting decapitated in the process. But did you know about her backstory? How she got the unmistakable snakes as her hair, her connection to the other Greek gods, and more. If you are interested, make sure to sit down and find a comfortable position, and let us dive deeper into the lore of Medusa. Coming from the Greek mythology, Medusa was a monster, one of three of the powerful Gorgons. The word Gorgon is derived from the ancient Greek word Gorgos, translated meaning fierce, terrible, and grim. The winged sisters with venomous snakes in place of their hair. According to Hesiod's Theogony, the Gorgons were the sisters of Graiai and lived at the edge of the ocean, where the sun would set. Most often than not, she is described as being a daughter of Perseus, son of Nereus and Gaia, and Ceto, a sea monster. Other sources, such as the one from the author Hyginus, describes her to being the daughter of Gorgon and Ceto. Among her two sisters, Steno, meaning strength, might, or force, Euryale, meaning broad, wide stepping and wide threshing, and of course Medusa, which is translated to guard or to protect, was the mortal one, whereas her sisters were immortal. Besides the birth, little is known about Steno and Euryale. However, Medusa has several myths about her life and ultimately her death. Exactly how Medusa looks varies from author, artist, and time. For example, Greek vase painters and relief carvers pictured Medusa and her sisters having monstrous forms, a wicked monster with wings and snakes for hair. Then, from the 5th century and so on, sculptors and vase painters imagine her to be both beautiful and terrifying. In an ode written in 419 BC, Pindar, an ancient Greek lyric poet, described Medusa as being fair-cheeked. In a later version of the Medusa myth, Roman poet Ovid describes Medusa as being a beautiful maiden. Also, during this time, she was a priestess for the Greek god of wisdom, Athena. It is said that her beauty transcended everyone else, so much so that even the god of sea and storms, Poseidon, had a great interest in her. Having rebuked Poseidon's advances multiple times, he resorted to forcefully engage in sexual intercourse with Medusa inside Athena's temple. When the goddess of wisdom found out about this, huge consequences were awaiting Medusa, for both losing her virginity and to do that within her holy temple. Athena punished Medusa by transforming her into a hideous monster, giving her wings, large glowing eyes, long teeth, a long tongue, claws of bronze, and of course the unmistakable hair of snakes that petrifies anyone that looks her way. This was a severe punishment to completely remove Medusa's earlier qualities and proud features. Being transformed into a monster, she decided to leave and settle at the edge of the vault. Perhaps the most well-known myth about Medusa is the story of her and the hero Perseus. According to Pindar and Apollodorus, the story all started with a quest for Perseus. Polydectes, the king and ruler of the island Seriphos, fell in love with Perseus' mother, Danae. However, Perseus was quite protective of his mother and thought Polydectes was a dishonorable man. Sharing mutual feelings toward each other, Polydectes concocted a plan to trick Perseus to both get rid of him and to make a fool of him. Under the pretense of collecting contributions for the marriage of Hippodamia, he held a large banquet. He requested attendees to bring horses for the gifts, but of course, Perseus did not have one. As an apology, he offered any gift the king would name. In an aim to dishonor and get rid of Perseus, He asked for the head of the infamous mortal gorgon Medusa. With the help of some Greek gods, namely Athena, Hades, Hephaestus and Hermes, he set off on a journey to find the gorgon. The gods gave him magical items, such as the invisibility helmet from Hades, god of the underworld. Hermes gave Perseus a pair of winged sandals. God of wisdom Athena gave the hero a reflective bronze shield. And Hephaestus, god of fire and the forge, gave Perseus a sword. But Medusa was a formidable foe, and Perseus had to be careful not to get caught in her powerful ability to petrify anyone who dared to look at her. Using the magical items obtained from the gods, Perseus found Medusa's cave. Most sources states that Perseus was able to behead the gorgon while she slept. Simultaneously, while Medusa got beheaded, the mythical creatures Pegasus and Chrysaor, the children with Poseidon, were born. Upon the birth of the Pegasus and Chrysaor, the other Gorgon sisters, Euryale and Steno, tried chasing after Perseus. However, he got away. While Medusa was dead, her head and her stone-turning abilities certainly did not fade. On his way home, Perseus got infatuated by the Greek god Andromeda, who already was married. After a while, this got into a contestation for Andromeda's hand in marriage. This resulted in him using the beheaded head of Medusa to turn Andromeda's previous betrothed to stone. Again, on his way home, Perseus got into another confrontation, this time with the Titan Atlas. The story goes that after some quarrelsome words, Perseus turned Atlas to stone, again using Medusa's beheaded head. The now petrified Atlas would turn out to be the mountains of North Africa. Having enjoyed his new stone-turning abilities maybe a tad too much, he again used Medusa's head to turn Polydectes and his court into stone. Once finished, he gave the severed head to Athena, who adorned the head into her armor and the shield Aegis. One question remains though. Is Medusa the monster that she is portrayed to be, or is she a mortal victim at the fault of the affairs of the gods? Was it perhaps rather the barbarian acts of Poseidon that should have got punished and not Medusa? These questions do seem to remain unanswered. What do you think? Hey, thanks for watching to the end of this video. If you like this kind of content as much as I enjoy making it, please, why not give it a like and subscribe? It really helps me make more content just like this. As usual, I wish you all a fantastic day and night. Stay curious.